Some people don't just think, they overthink. They replay conversations on the way home. They analyze messages. They wonder if that silence meant something, if that tone was wrong, if they should have said something differently. And here's the thing. Overthinking isn't a personality flaw. It's a survival skill that stayed on for too long. Psychology shows that overthinking usually starts as protection. At some point, your brain learned that thinking ahead could prevent pain. So it stayed alert, scanning, predicting, preparing. That's why overthinkers don't just think about what happened, they think about what could happen, and what might happen, and what would happen if everything went wrong. Their mind is always a few steps ahead, trying to stay safe. Overthinkers often notice things others miss. Small changes in tone, a pause in a conversation, a look that lasts half a second longer. Not because they're dramatic, but because they learned that details matter. Many overthinkers grew up in environments where they had to read the room, where moods could shift quickly, where being emotionally prepared mattered. So the brain adapted. It became fast, sharp, always on. The problem is, a brain built for protection doesn't know when to rest, so it replays the past, trying to fix it, and it rehearses the future, trying to control it. That's why overthinking gets louder at night, when there are no distractions, when the world goes quiet, and your thoughts finally have space to talk. Overthinkers often feel mentally exhausted, even on days when they didn't do much physically, because their mind never stopped working. And here's something most people don't realize. Overthinking is closely tied to emotional intelligence. Overthinkers care, they reflect, they try to understand, they want to get things right. But when care turns into constant self-monitoring, it becomes draining. Psychology calls this rumination, but in real life it feels like being stuck in your own head. So what actually helps? Not thinking less, that never works. What helps is feeling safer. Overthinking quiets down when your nervous system learns that not everything needs to be controlled to be okay. When mistakes don't feel dangerous, when silence doesn't feel like rejection, when rest doesn't feel like a threat. Because once your brain feels safe, it doesn't need to overthink everything anymore. If you've ever felt trapped inside your thoughts, this isn't weakness, it's a mind that learned to protect you. And learning how to rest that mind is part of healing. So tell me, are you like this too? Share your experience in the comments. And if you want more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe.